Welcome back. All right, we all try to be safe on the roads, but sometimes there's situations that are just beyond our control, which is why we have Dr. Anthony Crothers joining us today. Now, people know you as Doc Tony. Welcome to First Coast Living. You typically are there to bring information on how to take care of yourself after an auto accident.
Right.
But before we jump into that, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right, well, I was born here in Florida, South Florida. I was always into sports, physical activity, which is what led me to becoming a chiropractor. I was originally going to school to become a physical therapist. It was something along the lines of health and fitness, and it was really cool, something I was interested in. And working in the hospitals, I hurt my back. So I was suffering with horrible lower back pain, sciatica going down my legs. So I went to a chiropractor. He gave me an adjustment. I was like, wow, that was amazing. You know, whatever he did, I just knew that that's what helped me, and I wanted to become a chiropractor. And I've been a chiropractor since 1993. Love helping people, enjoy what I do.
Definitely. Okay, so tell us what happens after you get into an auto accident.
All right, well, anybody that's had any type of trauma, whether you fall, whiplash of any type of kind, a sudden slip, or a car accident, what happens is a force hits your car, let's say a rear-end collision. That force that hits your car goes through your car, and it goes through the person. So when it goes through the person, it violently snaps their head backwards and forward. And the problem with that is it overstretches, it tears, or it ruptures the soft tissue. You got a video showing on one of your TVs. The soft tissue is what hold these vertebrae together. So anyone who's suffered with neck or back pain, when you lose the stability of the soft tissue that supports it, you're prone to now more discomfort, more pain, loss of range of motion. And it's not just there at that time. As life goes on, anyone who's had an injury, a sports athlete who's suffered a knee injury, a ligament damage to their knee, as life goes on, it continues along a progressive degenerative course, and it becomes very debilitating even after the accident for years to come.
Yeah, and typically, I mean, after an accident, sometimes you don't feel it right away. It just starts to kick in after a little while. So why is it important to get treatment right away then?
Well, let's say you look at let's say you cut yourself,
okay,
and you have a nice cut on your arm. Well, inside your body, that's the same thing that happens. That's why if you sprain an ankle, you can look at the ankle and you can see it's swollen. You can see that it's black and blue. You tore the soft tissue just like you tear your skin. It's bleeding internally, and it heals in a similar process. It's got to first stop the bleeding, then it's got to lay down new tissue, then there's a scab that forms. And the biggest problem, especially with women, is they don't want to have a scar. So what will women do, or people that don't want to have a scar do, is they'll massage the scar tissue. They'll rub lotion on the scar tissue to limit the scar tissue, because scar tissue is not as functional as your original tissue. So if you've been involved in a car accident, the sooner you start taking care of the injury, the better. And the ultimate goal is to limit the scar tissue so that you can regain normal function, normal range of motion of that soft tissue.
Now, how important is it to find a doctor you can really trust during all this?
Well, you want to be with a doctor that's number one, definitely passionate about what they do, and in my opinion, is going to go along the more conservative route. When people injure their soft tissue, they require rehab. They require therapeutic modalities, therapeutic exercises. There's things that they need to do to help return to a more functional life, to regain their health that they had before. You don't want to be, in my opinion, with doctors that are going to go right for pills, especially given what's going on in our nation. You know, we have a serious opioid epidemic that's crippling cities. So we need to look for alternative ways of treating people, more conservative, and that's what chiropractic is. It's a more conservative way of treating people and a healthier way of treating people. A shot or an injection is only masking the symptom. It's not doing anything to correct the real problem, which is the damage to the soft tissue. So you want to go to a knowledgeable doctor that knows how to take care of these injuries.
Well, where can they find you? Where can they get more information about you?
You can find me at 4 locations throughout Jacksonville, on the north side, west side, south side, and also in Clay County. And you can reach me at 1-800-DOC-TONY.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Doc Tony, for being here today. And you guys, you can also find this segment out on our website, firstcoastliving.net.